Greetings everyone, and today I'd like to continue my talk on karma. And in my previous video I talked about this sin that is called wrong sex. And since this, if there is this God, this Father Heaven, this God or this Father Heaven created human being, with this mortal need. And if these people claim that there is no such thing as a creator, there is simply this physics and energy. Somehow this physics and energy, or this energy of this universe, created us having opposite sex. I mean, there is this weak, fragile female sex and strong masculine male sex, something like that. And one must find a mate to create own copy, something like that. So having a sex and searching for a mate is not logical. I mean, this is a waste of energy and resources. You need to find a girl and you must date her and you need to give some presents, and this is very costly. And the logical way to grow in numbers is going to be like bacteria and these creatures with one cell. And imagine you simply eating and you are copying yourself, and you are not wasting your time on finding mate and trying to build some kind of a relationship and trying to keep it in a good condition, etc., etc. You simply, since they are all your copies, you simply work together, and some of them have this duty to grow in numbers, eat and grow in numbers, and others should be studying science, etc., etc. But somehow this in this Middle Earth, in this universe, this physics and the energy of this universe created us having opposite sex. So man has a lot of these needs, and religion must have somehow solve this problem. And of course Buddhism is trying to influence and bring some moral stuff on this on this matter. And previously I also talked about this caste system, that India had a caste system. I guess in a crowded place you can have a caste system, but personally I don't like a caste system, saying that one part is like a ruling class, the other part is like a worker class, and you have no right to change your way of life. Is this is this is really, I think this is very bad stuff. And if there is chance or possibility, you could change your social status or workplace, you should change change it. And I mean, you can understand caste system like one whole body. I mean, you have a skin cells, you have a muscle cells, you have a bone cells, and you have this brain cells. So all these cells have own duty, and usually skin and this nail and hair cells have a duty to protect the body. And we also like to sacrifice them. I mean, you can pull your hair to look beautiful, or you can this cut your nail to look beautiful. So somehow you can sacrifice your outside cells to look beautiful and to attract mate, something like that. So it is like caste system is like if your parents are nail cell, you are going to be a nail cell, and if your parents are skin cell, you are also going to be a skin cell, and you will work as a skin cell and die as a skin cell. and nail say or something like that. But I find human being different, even if we are social creatures, and every human it is said every human being have a role in this world, and everyone has a karma. So today I would like to focus on the idea that you can or cannot change the karma. There is this there is this claim that you cannot change your karma, and everything you have done was written this by the God or something like that. So all this videos, all I'm talking is already been written in this predestination, something like that. But Buddhism teaches that future is uncertain and you can change the future. So Buddhism likes to explain things using its golden wheel, Dharma chakra, or wheel of Dharma. In the middle, this wheel, there is a trinity, a Buddhist trinity, and in this in the outer ring there is an eight path. And Buddhism says that there is this eight stuff that people desire. Number one is going to be tus sechen and meaning the perfect and good life. I guess the perfect and good life includes happiness and being rich, etc., etc. So in order to have such a karma, you need to not kill or think about this bad stuff, something like this. So they are not saying that you must follow Bodhidharma to reach good life. They are saying that you must not kill. Well, it is impossible to have life without killing. I mean, from the very beginning of time, humans were hunters and gatherers, and so you kill. I mean, if there is this mouse or this cockroach or this mosquitoes flying in your home, you need to kill them to secure the safety of your children and family. And it is impossible to live without killing. So they are not saying that you must not kill a human being, etc., etc. But you must not kill any this animal. They don't care about the plants. Number two, meaning to have a beautiful face, look. So it is, I guess, it is one of the greatest wish of humankind. So in order to become beautiful and handsome, you need to give candle offerings and cloth offerings to a Buddhism, I guess, to this Buddhist bodhisattvas. So it is a fairly simple. You are offering simple candle, and you are offering this clothing, but clothing is not something this. Clothing is a creation, and if you are offering a creation, or this candle is also a creation. If you are offering created an item, and if you are offering this, and in next your life you are going to receive beautiful look, is very strange belief. I mean, shamans do believe that this clothing and candles should have a spirit, but in order to look beautiful, you need to follow certain rules. I mean, if you are short man, and if you want to have your this next generation have a little bit taller, you need to consider about your diet and way of life. Also, you need to find a woman that is from a tall family, something like that. So I think having a beautiful face is one of the most complicated you know things, and usually your look and your body is a gift, and gift is part of a karma, and you cannot change this part. If your parents were drunk, and because of this drunkenness or this using drugs, your body was born with disorder, or they had some poisoning, and if you have this blind eyes, etc., etc., are this all going to be a part of your gift? And there is a saying, you need to accept this gift in order to continue your life. So I really cannot advise you how to have a beautiful face. You can go to this plastic surgery, man, if you have money. Humans have this strange stuff to sacrifice one's some cells to look beautiful. This is weird. And number 3 is going to be Tugs Sang Oksate Bolh. Some families, including my family, like to say that we are a family with some rules, the traditions, and family with honor. And there is also this idea of a noble blood, a noble family, etc., etc. So I guess some man and woman desire to born as a prince or princess, etc., etc., or born in some kind of a noble caste. So this is very strange. I mean, you have a body, and you are part of this lower caste, and you die, and you if you were good, follow this this third rule, you are going to born as a a nobleman. It's a very strange and odd belief. Why? It is because I have a body and I have a daughter, and my body and my daughter share same genes, and a part of my consciousness, or this talent and disease and nastiness, or this my habits are inside my daughter, and I know that she has some this spirit, or this soul, I do believe. And if I imagine I'm going to die, and I will not born in my family, because I have this lower caste system, and I'm going to born in someone's this rich and famous noble family, is very odd. I think it is really wrong somehow. So in order to become born as noble blood, you need to lower your ego, or destroy your ego, pride, and you must bow in front of your teacher, and you must work like a darts and barlak, meaning slave and a servant. So you are like a Japanese hard-working person, and in your next life you are going to born as this in a noble family. It's weird. I mean, science and religion all claim that humanity came from two man and woman, and every one is going to be the bloodline of this two man and woman. So everyone has your one bloodline, and saying that one bloodline is different than the other is in current hour, in 21st century, is believed to be something of a retarded. I mean, one can claim himself being a nobleman. I also can claim to be a descendant of Genghis Khan, because I have enough his blood. And currently we don't believe in such stuff. And in the case of a noble blood, you can say that it can be some kind of mutation, or it can be some kind of intelligence. So if you want to born intelligent in your next life, or some say that karma can be become true in this life. I mean, if you want to become intelligent, you need to lower your ego. You need to bow, respect the teachers, and you need to work like a slave, meaning you need to hard work. So you have intelligence, you etc. etc. So this book needs editing, and this book is getting more and more retarded. And number 4, this is something that is related with the people who always stuff that people always ask and be interested. It is money, and if you add n behind karma, you're going to receive a word karman, meaning a pocket. And humanity always been interested in their pockets. So how to become a rich person, or person with a big pocket? So they are saying so you need to be a generous person. You need to offer stuff to a people, and in your next life you are going to be rich. Because if you be like this, generous in this life, you are going to not become rich. This is obvious. And in one of my previous videos, I told you that my father was a kind, and he used to lend and give tools to the neighbors, but the neighbors didn't return them back. And now my father have no interest to lending or giving tools to these neighbors. So if you're a generous being in your next life, you are going to become a perfectly rich person. This is very retarded idea, I think. And I have a body, and I have my daughter, and my daughter has my body, and in order to make her life good, I need to give her a bank account where she has some savings, and I need to give her some kind of education or good starting point to live in this world. So in order to become a rich person, you don't have to be generous. You have to be hardworking, I think. And number 5 is going to be something that many people wish. It is сайхан яриатай болох, meaning to have a good and perfect speech. And I find this part quite true. And they are saying that хэлний дөрвөн нүглээс зэрлэх нь төгс сайхан яриатай болох нөхцөл болно гэж. This means if you limit this, or if you completely remove the 4 sins that tongue-related sin, stop this sin, you are going to have a good speech. I think it is quite a logical way. I mean, you must not include, lie in your speech. You must not include harsh words in your speech, and you must be quite short, and you must use the right words. So having a right speech is a very easy task, I think. And this is getting quite long, so I'm going to continue it in my next video. Well, that's pretty much for today, and thanks for watching.